What's up everybody, Serial Entrepreneur here, and I am actually on the way down to Florida again to go visit some family. Again, same family. I might see some different ones this time, who knows. But anyways, sorry I've been out of it for such a while now. I think it's been about 2 weeks since I posted a video. I'm gonna be putting some stuff together this weekend while I'm over at my family's house down in Florida. I'm not 100% sure which content piece I'm gonna produce yet, but I have about 5 in mind that I've been planning to put together for you guys. So if you're interested in that, it's gonna be coming up right here after this little segment. But for now, you just get to get some fun stuff of me going through the airport and all that kind of stuff. So, see ya. Alright guys, so finally made it through security. Atlanta security is super tight. They got those things where you stand in and put your old arms up and stuff like that. So it's really, really fun getting through here. Usually it takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get through, but luckily since everybody's already out for 4th of July, I didn't have to wait too long. So hopefully I'll be getting on the flight here pretty soon and then getting into Florida. And in case y'all are wondering what I'm talking about, this is just like a section, a very small section of Atlanta. There's like 15 more of these all over the place. It's huge. Alright, so I made it on the flight. I was the last one on the flight. They were waiting for me. Oh well, I made it. I wasn't late. They didn't close the doors. It's all good. So, alright, I will update you guys when I land in Orlando. See ya. We're getting out of here. Finally getting to the runway. And that's the flight. Nice and short. It takes no time at all. I think it was about an hour, a little less than an hour. So we'll get off in Atlanta or in Orlando, and my little brother's gonna pick me up. Alright, so we made it to Orlando. Now we're gonna go try and find Dad and little bro. But I have never been to this airport terminal, so we'll see how it goes. Might be a journey. I'll talk to y'all soon. Alright, what's up guys? So I made it to Florida last night. It was a little late. Turn this down. Yeah, it was a little late when I got back, so I didn't do anything. Just kind of passed out. But today my brothers are working, so they will be done here in about the next hour, and then we're gonna go to a place called Cocoa Village down in Cocoa Beach. You might remember Coconuts, the last place that I showed you guys, but Cocoa Village is really sweet too. Alright guys, so really quickly, I just kind of wanted to show you what I mean when I say networking. Perfect example of it for me, or just in general, was last night for me. While I was at the airport getting ready to go to down to Florida, I had the opportunity to sit at the bar. You guys probably saw a little bit of that. While I was sitting at the bar, I got one business card. And this business card was actually for a guy. He's a videographer in Atlanta. He does post-production, production, so I could potentially use him to edit videos for me at some point. Great connection there. While I was sitting on the plane, ended up talking to a guy, got his business card. As I was walking out of the airport, I gave him mine, took his. He's a real estate agent, and go figure, you know, he works for Keller Williams, so he's probably a decently good real estate agent, and that's a potential business lead for me. So, you know, it's just really cool. He travels between Georgia and Florida a lot. I got to talk to him on the plane, figure out about him. So that's what I mean about networking. I literally talked to everyone. I talked to 4 random people yesterday about it, and got 2 business cards. So when I say networking is the key to finding good customers and relationships and people to work with, it really is. All right, so y'all want to see a goofy looking kid? Look at that goober. That was me when I was, I think, like 4 or 5. It was t-ball, baseball, all these goofy pictures. That's me and my little brother. Here's my dad. We were really young then. He's probably in his 30s. And look at that. Look at them buck teeth. Hang on. Oh boy, look at them things. My stepmom's laughing at me. Look at them things. They're nasty. I'm so glad I got braces. See? Pretty smile now. What's up, guys? Serial Entrepreneur here, and it is a great day because I actually have my camera back. Amazon kind of screwed me over a little bit and sent me a messed up camera, or they damaged my camera. It had a broken pixel, so we're back in action. Have my camera, super happy to be back and to be able to put out some more content for you guys. And I know that from looking at you guys' responses and listening to what you guys have been asking me, one of the biggest things, or obviously one of the biggest questions or struggles you guys have, is finding new clients, getting new clients, and then just even meeting with those new clients. So the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is going to be networking. So this will be all about networking, meeting people, and it's just 4 quick steps, or 4 quick tips really, to kind of help you understand a little bit more about networking in general. So it's really, really cool kind of stuff that I use to meet new people, make new friends, and then figure out how I can leverage what they do to help me and help them. So that's what this video will be about. You guys just stay tuned, and I'm sure you'll love it. Also, guys, make sure to check out my live Q&A that's happening. I'm going to start doing it on Thursdays at around 6:30 p.m. So if you have questions that you want answered, you'll be able to type them into the live chat on YouTube, and I'll be able to give you the best response that I possibly can. I'm going to start doing these again, like I said, on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, you know, figure out where that kind of coordinates with you and your world. But just wanted to let you guys know that. So, again, I will be starting that actually today. So I'm shooting this episode right before I go live. So, anyways, I will talk to you guys soon. Oh, and by the way, real quick, if you haven't subscribed yet, you need to do that. If you haven't, you're crazy, because I give out all kinds of free stuff on this channel. That's what people tell me, at least. So you should subscribe. And if you haven't, you know, see me on Snapchat like yesterday, give out a whole tutorial on how to use Upcity to give a free report card for an SEO, for SEO for a business. I did it for free, and I put it on Snapchat, the whole thing. So people were recording it and replaying it, all kinds of stuff. And you probably missed out if you weren't following me. Don't do that. Follow me on Snapchat, Serial ENT, and on Facebook at Jordanstein-Serial Entrepreneur. It's good stuff. Later. Alright guys, so networking and meeting new people. It's really, you know, for me, I think it's pretty easy. And the reason why, I guess, is because I've always been kind of outgoing. You see, I usually talk kind of fast. Even though my videos are 45 minutes, I'm still talking at 100 miles per hour. And it's just because I have a very positive outlook on life, I feel. I don't really get upset or angry too much. So, you know, I've always been able to get along with pretty much anybody. I've always made friends in any kind of groups. I never had a clique that I hung out with in high school or college. You know, I made friends everywhere. So that's what I really enjoy, and so maybe that's why it's been a little easier for me. But I'm going to give you guys some tips on what I do to help meet new people. So I was actually just on a trip. I went to my dad's house again. He had got some money come in his way, so he actually flew me down to Florida for the weekend, or for the week actually, and we spent some time down there having some fun with the family and stuff. I'll show you a little bit about my trip towards the end of this video. But while I was on that trip, you know, when I'm going through the airport and stuff, I actually met 2 new connections, one of which being a real estate agent, and the other was a video editor, and he does production, stuff like that, for a big TV channel. So those are 2 people, you know, that I just randomly met. One could be a customer, one could be a potential contractor that I can work with. I got both of their business cards, they both have mine, and now we can have a potential relationship. So I'm actually reaching out to that real estate agent later this week to see if we can talk about maybe doing some marketing. Because, you know, we flew on the plane next to each other, and basically that's what I talked with him about. He saw me shooting some video, and, you know, I was doing some work, and when you do something like this, it's kind of interesting. People want to know what you're doing. So, but outside of that, you know, I had to carry the conversation on and get him interested from there. So what I do to kind of, you know, figure out how I'm going to make new friends, meet new people, or find new businesses to work with, really what you want to do is I kind of break it down for you guys into 4 quick steps so you can start learning or getting some practice. Because really it's about practice. If you're not good at talking to people or talking with people and listening, active listening, you've probably heard me talk about that before. Active listening is crucial when you're meeting people. You have to listen to them. They want to be heard. And if your ultimate objective is to make new friends or meet new people, you have to be able to listen very, very well. So, because they're going to pay attention to if you're actually listening to what they have to say, or if you're just kind of going in one ear and out the other, you don't really care. You're just doing it to benefit yourself. If they find out that you're just meeting them to try and get something from them, they're not as likely to listen to you. So definitely, take into consideration that you want to, give something back. You're always trying to provide value back. That's the whole point of the audit and all that stuff. So when you're trying to talk to someone, maybe give them a recommendation of how you can help them with their marketing, or tell them something specifically that they can do right this second to, improve something. But don't come at it from an arrogant perspective or an arrogant type of tone of voice when you're talking to these people, because that'll definitely turn them away as well. A really good book that I kind of recommend you guys reading is Thank You for Arguing. It's a really cool book that I've been reading. But it kind of teaches about the art of persuasion and conversation, and not arguing like rah rah, like kind of like how to have a conversation and prove a point is really more what it's about. It's actual, real conversational topics, and not topics, but having real conversation and then turning it into an argument where you win, or a debate where you get an outcome that you're looking for, basically. Not necessarily win, but you get the outcome you're looking for. So look into that book if you haven't. But basically these 4 steps, let me get back into that, I digress a little. These 4 steps, they're pretty simple, okay? So the first step is really the setup and the scene. Okay, so where are you going? What is the situation going to be? Who will be there? Where will you sit or interact with people? Are they open to talking to anyone in the first place? Those are kind of the 5 things you want to, keep in the back of your mind. So where are you going is pretty simple. Are you going to a bar? Are you going to the airport? Are you going to the grocery store? It can be anywhere, because you can meet people anywhere. But when you get used to doing it, it comes natural, so you don't have to sit and think about this. But when you're first getting started, if you're an introverted type person, you want to think about this stuff before you do it. It helps you get more comfortable with it, and it helps you kind of plan out how you're going to work with these people, or try to get them to like you, because that's what it's all about. If they don't like you, they're not going to buy from you. If they don't like you, they're not going to be your friend. So if they don't like you, they're not going to add you to their network. You have to make them like you. So you want to be as prepared as possible if you're not, as open as someone like myself, or some of these people who do video and, are more comfortable with putting themselves out there like that. So where are you going? That's a huge thing to be aware of. People at bars are usually more relaxed and more open. I like to go to bars to meet people, just sit at the bar and have a beer or two. You can talk to tons of people that way. Tons of business people go there to relax after work. It's a great time to go around for happy hour, pretty much. You get a good beer, you get some nice food, and you get to talk and meet with a couple people, maybe pick up a couple business cards. So instead of paying for that monthly B&I fee or any kind of other networking group fees, you could spend it on going to a bar and just meeting people. You don't even have to drink. You can get a soda if you're not a drinker. Just go there to meet people. It's a great way. People will still talk to you at the bar if you're sitting there drinking a Coca-Cola. They're not gonna, I promise you, they're not going to turn you away. Most people are more mature than that. So where are you going? That's a huge thing. If you're going to the grocery store, you could definitely meet people in the grocery store, standing there picking out items that you guys are looking to get for your own home. If you're standing next to someone who has an interest in something that's the same as you, that's an easy conversation starter. That's not what your end goal is, but you can make a friend, and that friend can turn into something. Don't always go into it saying, oh, well, I can get this person to make money. That's not how you're going to build your network. It is building a friendship. Building friends is the best way to do it. And if you're introverted, it makes it very hard for you to do that. So you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone and get out there and meet some people you've never met before. Try hanging out with different groups of people. Promise it's good. So what is the situation? Is it a networking event? Are you going to a more casual situation? Is it a friendly gathering where you don't know too many people, but you know maybe the host and a couple other people? You want to be aware of what kind of situation, because if you're more comfortable, then you might show out a little more, so you might want to try and be reserved to meet some of the new people. Those are just things you want to keep in mind when you're trying to meet new people, okay? Who will be there? Do you have friends there? Are there going to be professionals there? Are there people working on their own professional network? Is it going to be people who just got off of work and they're trying to relax after work? Something like that. You want to keep that in mind. Where will you sit or interact? If you go up to the bar and you sit at the very corner and all the other people are sitting in the center and you're not talking to anyone unless you're shouting from across the bar, and then that makes it uncomfortable. You don't want to be awkward or uncomfortable in these situations, so just go sit next to the people. I promise you they're not going to bite you. And even if there's like, I know what it is, most people, they don't want to sit in that seat between two people. They're like, oh, I'll make them uncomfortable. Make them uncomfortable, because I promise you, if you show them a good time, they're going to love that you sat right there. They're going to want your business card. That's usually what happens, not usually what happens with me. When I try to do that, that's what happens. It's because I'm trying to make an effort to meet new people. I don't always go out and I'm just like, yes, but most of the time I do. So you want to make it comfortable. It'll be uncomfortable for people for a little bit. People are always uncomfortable with certain things. You'll move past it, I promise you. Get over that. And then, are they really open to talking to anyone in the first place? So when you're sitting there, are they like face down in their plate of food, or are they, not talking to someone standing in a corner? That might not be someone that you want to try and build your network with. I mean, those can be good people. IT people are a little less personal. Computer science or software developers are less personable usually. Those people can be useful though to your network, but I guess what I'm saying is you don't want to seclude yourself, and you don't want to take people who aren't interested in the first place and who aren't going to give you any feedback, and you don't want to waste your time on them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So keep that in mind, or those are the few things you want to keep in mind for the first step, is just knowing the setup and the scene, what's going to be happening, who's going to be there. These are all important, and then how you should interact with these people or react with these people, because that's what it basically is. It's a reaction. Alright, so the second step is active listening. So before you say anything to them, listen. The perfect thing to do is, for example, I was at the bar when I was at the airport waiting to go to my dad's house. I was sitting down talking to the video editor guy at the bar before I boarded my plane, and I was just listening, and I kept hearing them talk about the Chattahoochee River and how they just shot the hooch. This is something that I've done before, so that's an instant conversation starter for me, and something that I can take and say, okay, cool, now we can build something off of this. So I'm listening to see if there's something that I can jump in on, because most of the time you're going to have to jump in. Sometimes people are doing the same thing you are. They're trying to meet new people, and they'll jump in on you or on your conversation and say, oh yeah, and then you'll have a conversation going. Keep that conversation going, but sometimes you have to be the one to start that conversation. So you'll want to listen to what they're talking about and then say something that isn't going to interrupt or be rude or anything like that, that will catch their attention and show that you might be someone who they might want to talk to. That's basically what it is. So if they aren't talking, like I just said, find something in common to talk about, then listen to them. So if they aren't talking at all and you're sitting at a bar watching a Braves game or a sports game, something like that, and you see that they're actively watching the sport, talk about that. That's all you gotta do. It's that simple. If you guys ordered the same thing or the same drink, talk about that. Even if you don't know, you're from the same area, there is always something you can start off with. Oh, you from around here? Yeah. Cool. It literally starts off like that, and then you keep asking them questions. That's it. Just keep asking questions. And I think that's actually the next part. Yep, that's step 3. So don't make it all about you. I guess that's before I move on to step 3. The active listening. Don't make it all about you. Listen to what they have to say and then respond. Don't take everything they're saying and kind of dismiss it. We talked about that earlier. So step 3 is asking questions to make them talk. It's very simple. Ask them about, let me see, the first one that I usually start off with, their job, what they do. The second one, where are they from, where do they live, where were they originally from, where do they go to college, stuff like that. Education, people like talking about that. And then the third one, you get into the leisure stuff, sports, food, travel. And that's pretty much the topics I stick to talking about when I'm first meeting someone, because it's easy. Everyone has those experiences basically. So it's easy conversational topics that you can stick with. One crucial tip here is stay away from religious or political conversations, gender conversations, race, Anything like that you want to stay away from because they're just hazardous. You're going to have differences in opinions, and that can instantly, on a first impression, turn someone away from meeting you. So I would stay away from those types of conversations at all costs on the first talk. You know, later down the road in the relationship, y'all can have those conversations because you'll be friends and you'll be more comfortable with each other. But until that point, stay away from those topics. And then step 4, finally, just be aware. If you're talking to someone and they're looking away and not really paying attention to what you're saying, you know, like I was just doing right there, if they're looking away, or if they're, you know, like I said earlier, face down in their food, or they're trying to change the topic, or being very, very short and just not responding at all, no response at all whatsoever, no matter how many questions or how interesting the question. You could say, oh, did you hear about the president just died? Oh, no, I didn't. And they still go down. Like, you know, you have to understand that person's not going to talk to you. They're probably more introverted than you are, if you are an introvert. So you have to make sure that they're actually interested. Pay attention to the flow and body language of a current conversation. If your conversation is going well, you know, and you say something that you think might be questionable and they kind of like back off a little bit, maybe change the topic. You know, you have to pay attention to those kinds of things if you're trying to build a friend. It is a sale, essentially. You're not selling anything per se other than yourself, your friendship. That's what you're selling. And you're trying to get them to buy in on that. So that's what you're doing there. But those are the 4 steps. They're really, really basic. You can't beat it. I mean, it's super easy to do that. So if you guys are looking for more information about this, I'm doing more in-depth information about networking, prospecting, getting new clients, all of that inside of my digital marketing course. It's going to be at the Digital Marketing School. So that's digitalmarketingschool.teachable.com, digitalmarketingschool.teachable.com. You can go there and sign up for my course. Still only $200. Don't miss out on that opportunity, because once I reach a certain amount, I'm not going to give you guys how many, but once I reach a certain amount, I am upping the price. It's doing really, really well. I'm super excited, and everybody's loving the course so far. So check it out if you're interested in learning more about digital marketing or social media marketing or SMMA, whatever term you want to call it. Just so you guys know, it is digital marketing. It's not SMMA, but it's a keyword I have to use because that's what most people search. So anyways, thank you, Ty. Not really. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here and start writing. Actually, I'm writing, in the process of writing about 10 more videos. I just wrote 5 the other day for my digital marketing school, writing 10 more. I think we have about a total of 30 on there. So got a lot of content coming, and I know you guys don't want to miss it. So again, digitalmarketingschool.teachable.com. You can check that out. If you haven't followed me on YouTube or subscribed to me on YouTube, definitely hit that subscribe button. Facebook at Jordan Steen Serial Entrepreneur. Go like me there. I do a lot of different types of updates on there, sometimes that are more personal. And then on Snapchat at Serial ENT, I did a whole walkthrough of how to work on UpCity the other day, and how to kind of read the information and how to use the tool. Did that completely free. I got so many replays and saves on that video, it was ridiculous. So follow me on all these channels. I promise you it will not be a bad decision if you're really looking to get into digital marketing. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here and go do some more work. Till then, Serial Entrepreneur out.